Today we're in San Gabriel trying two different low-key spots in the same plaza. The first place is Oriental Express Cafe, which is a quick, affordable Chinese food spot. The second is right next door. Keep watching to see what kinds of unique dishes they offer.
So today we're at Oriental Express. We got some to-go boxes for lunch. This is a very affordable, quick grab-and-go restaurant in San Gabriel. And they have a lot of different variety of Chinese, Taiwanese dishes on the hot plate, and you get to choose. They have some combos that you can choose from, and they vary in prices. 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, or 4 item. And the boxes, they come with a rice, or you can do an upcharge of $1.50 for noodle, and it comes with a milk tea along with it, and a soup. So I think this is a great place, and we often come here and Peter and I share like a 3-item plate, but we got 2 boxes of 3-item dishes today. Some of my favorite items are the tomato egg, the fried fish, fried chicken is very good. We have the curry chicken, which I'm really interested in trying. There's some spare ribs and some meatballs. The noodle upcharge I've never really gotten, but today is the first time I've tried it.
So the total for the 2 of these, including the upcharge, was $23.66 for all of this food.
Cash or Zelle? They do Zelle. So let's give it a try. This noodle is quite soft and it has like a soy saucy taste, oyster sauce and soy sauce, I want to say, with some crunchy cabbage and bean sprouts. It's quite nice. This is like a fried fish fillet. Something I really like about Oriental Express is the food is prepared fresh every day by the owner, and their food is also not overly greasy, and that's why I really like it. And the ladies that work there are so nice, and they speak English too. I'm gonna try this soup. I think the soup rotates because usually I get like a seaweed soup. This one today is a hot and sour soup. Quite nice. Hot and sour soup is a Chinese soup that is not super spicy, but it's a little bit sour, and there's some bamboo shoots, some mushrooms in there, and some eggs. Oh, and tofu, nice. Fully vegetarian, the soup. Chinese curry chicken. So the curry is gonna be a little bit more yellow, and it comes with big chunks of chicken and big chunks of potato. They give you a lot too. I wanna say there's like 5 pieces of this chicken. The chicken is fully coated in the curry and it's very tender. This is definitely something you need the rice for because it's quite saucy. Another thing that's quite saucy is this tomato egg. Tomato and egg is like a quintessential Chinese or Taiwanese dish. It's very comforting. It's like a scrambled egg with tomatoes. A little bit sweetness from the tomatoes, not too greasy either.
Also, this place doesn't use ketchup. We tried another place that used ketchup in there, and it was like Lisa's a deal breaker.
You can tell if they use ketchup if the eggs is like orange or red. It doesn't have that artificial taste. Everything Peter likes is brown.
Meatball, I feel like this is a good solid choice. Pretty big size, fist per scale. And there is 5 of them, so you get a good amount. It's very nice and soft overall. It does have a little bit of a different texture on the outside. It's like slightly chewier, and it's surprisingly not that salty. Yeah, the spare ribs look very good. So obviously it's not gonna be like your typical restaurant quality. It is a little bit chewier, but overall it's very satisfying because I think it's lightly sauced. So it's like slightly sweet, mostly savory, and it does have a good chew on it. And the pieces vary in size. Like this is an even bigger piece than the last one.
That's a huge chicken leg. That's fried chicken.
Really well seasoned. It's slightly crispy on the outside, only because I feel like it's been out for like a little while. So it's not like the super freshest right out the fryer. I feel like if you got this more fresh, it'd be even better. But as a takeout item, I think this is very good. This place is a really huge win, so we gotta give a shout out to Brian L. 7 Stacks. Thanks for giving us the nudge to come try this place, because this is definitely one of our favorites. And I think this is probably going to go on our essentials. At least for locals, this is like an essential spot to know about. I feel like 10 years ago, I think you can get all of this for like $5. In today's economy, this is still extremely cheap.
Yeah, and shout out to the owners because every day they're making so much variety for people and then they're charging so little. Milk tea with soy milk.
It's very solid. It's not gonna beat your local boba shop. You get a whole meal with drinks, soup. Like, how can you beat it?
So we happened to walk by this Joyness Eating because it's right next to Oriental Express. And there's nobody in here, but the signs out there with all the prices drew us in. And there's like a lot of different northern Chinese dishes like the Chinese hamburger, the sauerkraut fish, spicy stuff. Majority of the dishes here are around $11. Everything seems pretty affordable, so we're like, let's come here.
Yeah, it's really a tiny hole in the wall, and like we were really shocked because we take Google reviews with a grain of salt, but it had extremely high reviews. So we're like, whoa. Oh, okay, so we figured it out. This is why.
Ah, I see.
Ah, that's pretty interesting.
One review is not worth the lemon iced tea though. And the place is called Joyness Eating, and I love to eat. I mean, eating is one of the joys of life.
So join us to try Joyness.
This strip mall has like 4 shops, and only 2 of them is food places, which is Oriental Express and here, Joyness Eating. And the parking lot is gonna be tough to find a parking because there's only like a couple spots. It's hard to do business with bad parking.
All right, we got all of our food. It took about 12 minutes from the time that we ordered to the time we picked it up. The workers there were fulfilling a lot of different orders. There was a lot of Fontuan orders there too. There was a couple of people come and going. Okay, so this is their signature pork. It's so flaky, look at this. It's flaky, there's a lot of braised pork in here, some chilies. You can also adjust your level of spiciness. There's a lot of different customizations that you could do when you order on the kiosk.
It's like eating a cracker.
It is crispy, crackly like a cracker. It's so crunchy, but it's very thin. There's a lot of layers. It's very well seasoned. I thought maybe it would be a little bit too salty, but it's not. And then also the veggies in it give it a nice little addition. And it's not very spicy at all. I think this is a really good value for $6.99, especially if you love Chinese hamburgers. And like looking at my hands, it's not very greasy.
Beef bowl with red chilies.
That's nice. And there's some string beans in here. And underneath there is cabbage.
And there's a small egg.
And like all the chilies is kind of on the side here, so you can kind of add it. This beef looks really good.
This looks better than Yoshinoya.
Yoshinoya catching strays on a random weekday. Very good, very tender, perfect amount of chewiness. Not that spicy, so I did put a decent amount of the chilies on it. Maybe needs a little bit more. Oh, there you go. So if you want a burst of flavor, a little bit more spiciness, the chilies are a little bit more on the saltier side. The meat on its own is flavored, but not like heavily flavored.
That's a very crunchy green bean. I hear it all the way over here.
Good flavor. Everything so far has been really well prepared. I'm pretty impressed.
What is this? Yellow stuff. Potato. There's like some very fine, thinly sliced potatoes. This meat has the perfect amount of fat. It's nicely sliced thin and it's nice and tender. And I really like this chili. The meat itself, I think it was braised in some kind of soy sauce. It's really good. I was really excited for this. This is the cold noodles. It has some beans and it has like a gelatin or jiggly texture. I think this is the first time I've seen it this translucent. But it looks like there's some chili oil and some garlic. So jiggly. And there's some vinegar. It's not cold actually. It's a little bit lukewarm, but it's really fun to eat. It almost tastes like Jell-O. It's really soaking up all this vinegar and chili oil and stuff like that. This is great. So this lampi versus like the normal ones I've had that are not as translucent, the other ones have a little bit more bite, where this one is like more gelatin.
Yeah, because this is konjac.
All right, this is the spicy fish. It comes with a lot of napa cabbage. It looks like it's a pool of oil, but that's the flavor. So this is the type of fish that they use. I think it's called the snakehead fish. Cut relatively thin, but not too thin. And there's lots of peppercorns floating on top. There's not gonna be any bones in this fish, so they deboned it for you. And it comes with rice. I think we got it medium spicy, but I think I could use a little more spice. It's very warm already. It still holds the heat really well in this container. There's a potato, some bean sprouts, some chilies. For affordability, this might be a little more affordable than other restaurants because other restaurants that serve this dish, I think they give you like a bigger container and it'll cost like 20 bucks. I think all the portions here are perfect if you like want to try multiple items. Oh, I want to say also that this also has a little bit of a numbing spice. So it's not just spicy, it's a numbing spicy. That's what the peppercorns does to your tongue.
This is a really awesome lunch and also for leftovers. And the total after tax was $54. So trying all the food places in that plaza, our total for supporting SGV restaurants to right here. So if you're interested on SGV on a budget, check out this playlist here.